10 years ago, Vitali was one of the biggest YouTubers on the entire website, growing faster than almost anyone else. And today, right now, he is rotting in a very scary looking Filipino jail that we're going to take a closer look at.
Oh, there's no shoes! Oh my god! Oh my god! No, there are no shoes! Oh my god, the fungal infection!
And as of right now, he is looking at potentially waiting years just to go to trial. I'm talking it might not even be another 5, 10 to even 15 years until he even gets to stand in front of a judge and defend himself.
Those here the longest have been waiting for over 15 years.
Josh is 15 years!
Your trial!
Oh, buddy, Josh says you have to bribe the judge to get to trial, bro. It's not a place you want to be.
And he has essentially thrown his whole life away just so that he could be a mild public nuisance in the middle of a foreign country.
I'm gonna get arrested. Oh no! Oh no, mommy! Oh no, mommy! Oh no, mommy! I'm gonna get arrested.
Maybe mild is putting it lightly, because he certainly racked up a huge rap sheet in a short span of time. He was mimicking the behavior we've been seeing from Johnny Somali. Johnny was another former Kick streamer who was actually such a massive piece of shit that he managed to get banned from Kick. Let that sink in, because that is very difficult to accomplish. Johnny Somali himself has been going through a real roller coaster of a legal process in another Asian country as we speak right now, where he's also facing many years in jail for his actions. And knowing all of this, I guess Vitali said to himself, you know, when I grow up and I hit my 40s very soon, I want to be just like Johnny fucking Somali. And at the end of the day, Vitali's just a washed up loser with a bit of a psychotic edge to him. I shouldn't say people sleep on this because it's brought up pretty frequently, but let's never forget that in the middle of a drugged up psychotic episode, he leapt from the bushes and brutalized an innocent jogger. Like, I'm talking this poor older woman was just out there, you know, trying to burn a few extra calories, and Vitali beat the fucking shit out of her for no reason at all other than he was on a deranged drug bender. And he basically was able to wipe his hands from it and walk away with minimal consequences. But the karma debt has come back to be collected. So for those of you who aren't too familiar with Vitali, like I said before, he came up roughly 10 years ago making prank videos on YouTube alongside other creators like Roman Atwood and FuzzyTube. But eventually YouTube changed its monetization policies, and this totally nuked Vitali's channel. And on top of that, around the same time, it came out that all of the biggest prank YouTubers on the website were essentially faking their pranks for optimal views. So his career as an internet prankster basically totally fizzled out right there, and he really hasn't captured any sort of relevancy ever since then. So for the last like 6 or 7 years or so, he's kind of just floated around the internet and gotten into various attention whore clout chasing type stuff here and there. For a hot minute, he tried to be the next Chris Hansen and would approach potential child predators to confront them, except he would just assault them and F with them in the middle of this whole like sting that he was pulling. And this resulted in it being a lot more difficult to convict the people he was going after because he was doing it in such an unethical way. So that brings us to today, where he's taken notes from Johnny Somali, sees for whatever reason that it's a lucrative opportunity for himself to be the latest public nuisance streamer over on Kick, and that's what's landed him in the hot water that he's gotten into in the Philippines. You've probably seen a bunch of his clips going around. He's been accused of theft, harassing people, disturbing the peace, harassing law enforcement officers, and essentially he was speedrunning his way to a Filipino prison.
I will go to jail. I'm a proud man. I love jail. I get it up to be there for free. I don't have to pay.
At first, when he was arrested, he took all of this like a complete joke, was super disrespectful about it, and showed absolutely no remorse. So the Filipino court system decided to go out of their way to choose to not deport him, but rather try him in the Philippines and force him to stay there, where he will be made an example out of, in hopes of deterring other people from riding this strange nuisance streamer wave that seems to be going on for some reason, again, in Asian countries. I don't know what's up. Johnny Somali's over right now going through the South Korean legal system. Something about Asia, man. I don't get it. Like, of all the places places in the world too. These fucking idiots go somewhere like Asian countries where their culture is taken very seriously. And in the Philippines in particular, I mean, they don't fuck around when it comes to crime. If you're a Filipino resident born and raised there and you go off to another country and they found out that you smoked weed in another country, bro, they will arrest you as soon as you come back home to the Philippines. It's crazy there. They're very anal about crime. So I was watching Kino Casino last night, my favorite show on Kick, by the way. You should go check those guys out. And they found the actual prison that Vitali is at right now. And let me tell you, it's a fucking hellhole. It's nothing like anything in America.
If you want to
This is the one.
stick
Because they're wearing the shirts that he wore on the fucking.
Oh, the BIWF?
to the
Yeah,
rules.
this is it. This is the exact one.
Their cubicle measures just a tiny 1.5 square meters.
Oh, no!
Space for
Bro,
peace
it's even gonna
and
fit at 1.5 square meters? Oh, no,
Vitali
buddy!
is big too. That's the TV room. Look at that.
He's going to be put to work every single day.
I'm outside and can move around, even if the work's degrading.
Buddy.
Bro, he's gonna do 28 years like this?
No way.
He's gonna die in there. He's
my
gonna
God.
die in there, bro.
with food deprivation.
Food deprivation?
And he's forced to live off of just 70 pesos a day and 3 meals that'll be provided for him. And in case you were wondering, this right here is breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
The prison.
No, no, that's really
worse.
bad. Oh,
worse.
no, what is that? Bring it back. What is
Since
this crap?
entering the prison.
Not milk, is it?
It's
Is that
rice
right?
soup.
It's like rice
soup.
water?
Rice
It's rice
water.
soup. Oh, it's gruel.
Truthfully, I think the whole reason Vitali got himself in this whole situation is because from day one, he's just been a degenerate attention whore. All he cares about is capturing other people's attention. Doesn't matter if it's positive, doesn't matter if it's negative. He just wants people giving a shit about him constantly. And this is what it looks like when you push that to the extreme. When you're willing to do anything, even make a total ass of yourself and legitimately commit crimes in public just for like the smallest crumb of internet donations, clout, relevancy, whatever you want to call it. Like, we're looking at an addict right here having a midlife crisis. I think his prank career falling apart just really drove him crazy because he rose up so fast when he did, and it all got ripped out from under him very suddenly. He's never been the same since then. He's just been a degenerate drug addict who pops into the internet every now and then, every few years, to snort another quick line of clout right up to his noggin. And he's already made so much of his money in the past. Like, he's not broke by any means. This is purely for the love of the game. I can't help but think just like, what a waste of a life. There's a very real possibility he could die in this prison. Forget about the fact that it's one of the more dangerous prisons in the whole world. He just is not built to handle the kind of long, drawn-out sentence that he has ahead of him. Compared to the luxuries he's enjoyed back in America, like, to live like this, he's gonna lose his fucking mind. It's like really just starting to sink in for me too. Like, he's not getting out of this. He's actually fucking stuck there. You know, there's so many people out here on the internet making total asses of themselves on a regular basis, but it's rare that someone like Vitali or Johnny Somali just gets shafted so hard in an actual court of law. And don't get me wrong, I've got very little sympathy for all of this because they totally fucked around and found out. But I do just want to briefly mention here, you know, this is not how they would be treated in America. It's probably not fair for being a public nuisance for a few days or weeks or whatever, that these guys are looking at years of their life rotting in hellish prisons. But like, I really just, I can't feel sorry for them. It's strange because like on some level, this is all unethical, but they barked up this fucking tree. And I really want to see an update on Vitali in a few years. I'm very curious to see what this prison is going to do to him, because ever since he started this whole arc, he has not broken character once, even for a second. He is truly this deranged. He's hardly flinched. He's laughed and joked all the way through this process, and he's just not going to be able to keep that shtick up in there. They're not going to tolerate even a fucking minute of any of the shit he's been pulling regularly lately. When he's walking around barefoot, doing degrading, dirty work, and eating fucking like jizz on a daily basis, whatever the fuck that shit they were serving him is, there's a very high chance he's going to consider offing himself. And the pain, the pressure of waiting years just to go to trial. Like, forget about if he gets convicted, which, let's be real, he's going to get convicted. They do not fucking like him. It's like he's looking at serious, like, decades potentially in there. This has to be one of the most historic crash outs ever from somebody who used to have 10 million subscribers on YouTube. It's unbeatable. There's very few people who have ended up in any sort of situation that's more fucked up than this, even if it was Vitali's own doing. We need an update. Somebody get on that update in a few years from now. There's no way this shit isn't changing him, either for better or for worse. He is not going to be the same person by the end of this.